Happy Thursday, paper crafters. Welcome to a special Thursday live. Since I unexpectedly had to cancel last week's live, did not feel good, did not sleep good, I was not functioning on all cylinders. I thought I would go live with a special Thursday, and you will see me again on Friday this week. So welcome, I'm Nicole, and I am so excited to be sharing the Spellbinders April clubs with you. They are released on the 1st. You get to see them on the 1st, and then new subscriber window is open until the 27th of the month. So if you haven't joined and you're interested, now would be a great time. I do want to let you know that Spellbinders does send me the products to share with you. As always, though, opinions are my own, and I am a huge fan of the Spellbinders clubs, and specifically we're going to talk about the all clubs crate, which is all 8 clubs plus the bonus items. So really quickly, I wanted to show you guys that this is what, no, this is not. This is an old photo. I'm so sorry. Well, we're not going to have the photo. Apparently I pulled an old one. So, well, I might try to pull the correct photo in. So the All Clubs crate is where you get bonus items, which I totally love. I totally checked that and did not even notice I had the wrong photo. Well, I'm not going to look for it right now. And this month's are fabulous. So good. So I want to really quickly, before we dive in, I see that there's a suggestion to buy the smallest Glassboard Studio glass mat and keep my sticky grip mat on it. I think Kathleen told me this maybe in the last live, and I forgot about it. So I am going to do that. Thank you so much, because I've been contemplating getting the cherry Glassboard Studio glass mat, but I should just buy the little one and keep my sticky mat from Simon Says Stamp on it. Thank you. I'm going to do that today when this live is over. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so Brendan did pop the All Clubs crate membership in here, and I think it's a fabulous value. It gives you all 8 clubs, as I mentioned, plus these bonus items. And I'm going to go through everything, and then we're going to make multiple cards today. Officially working from home and get to watch on the big screen. Fabulous, Marta. I love that. I'm glad I'm feeling better too, although I did not sleep. I just told Brendan this before the live. I did not sleep well last night. Again, not as bad as the week before though. So, phew. It must be the old age catching up with me, right? Hello. Let's see. I'm going to scroll back here and just see if I missed anything. Oh, my fabric wall. Yes, it is. No, not cardstock. It's my fabric wall. Yep, I am a quilter, stitcher, all of the things. So Catherine's asking a great question. So, if I have to pause you guys during the middle of the live to answer the phone call for the delivery people, that's what's happening. They're not supposed to be here for that missing piece of furniture till later this afternoon. But as with all delivery things, who knows? So it's coming, Catherine. It's coming today. And everything is cleared off. There's a path left for them. And Brendan is on call in case I need to just keep rolling with the live. And he needs to come manage the... I just hit the microphone. Sorry. If he needs to come manage all of that. So yes, that is already. Carpets have been cleaned this week. I won't start moving all of this until next week, though. I have to get through a huge weekend. I've got Patreon live Saturday morning for all my Patreon paper crafters, or my higher tier Patreon crafters. And then I have the Pink and Main birthday bash as well. My class is on Sunday morning, but I want to be around that whole weekend and watch other people's classes and chat on Facebook and all of that good stuff. So super excited for that. Beth, thank you so much for this super chat. On her way to Mahjong. Nice. Have to watch later. Well, we'll be here for you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see. It is fun to get new furniture. This has been, I mean, I feel like it's been 100 years waiting for this stupid stuff, but really pretty quickly in the whole scheme of things with that missing piece. So very, very happy. Welcome to Caroline. She's a newbie. Welcome. Let's see. How's the weather been in Kansas? Unseasonably warm, I feel like. Or maybe it is. You know what? It is mid-April. It's been very, like, 80s. It's very nice. Today it's overcast and cool. Really, really pretty. Let's see. Did you get your small... I did not get the small one yet, but I just saw your comment, and I had been contemplating getting the large Glassboard Studio cherry design. I'm going to buy it in the small just for that. So thank you for everyone who's given me that suggestion, because I really wanted that cherry design, but I was like, girl, you do not need another glass mat. Look, you know how those things go, right? Now, I want to talk about Glassboard Studio before we talk about the April clubs really quick. Glassboard Studio, I did send out an email to my email subscribers yesterday, but they are increasing prices due to just the increase in their products, and they don't want to cut corners on quality, and that is going to happen May 1st. So if you have been looking for a Glassboard Studio glass mat and you want to grab them while they're still at a little bit lower price, between now and the end of the month would be a great time to do that. I do have a special coupon code to save 15%, which is always nice, right? To have a little savings. And my code is Nichol15, Nichol 15. And Brendan put it in the chat for you guys. Let's see. Kathleen made it. Hello, Kathleen. Yes, so good to see you, Carol. Hello. Oh, thank you so much, Monique. That's so sweet. Okay, shall we talk about April clubs? I cannot believe I pulled the wrong photo this morning. I am still convinced that I didn't pull the wrong photo. I'm wondering if it's hiding in a different folder. That does tend to happen. I'm going to look really quick just because that looks like the right one. No, it's not. It's still not the right one. Okay, never mind. We don't care. Move on, Nicole. Let it go. All right. Hello, Anne-Marie. Let's see. Let's talk about all of the April clubs, and then let's make as many cards as we're able to. So the stamp of the month, which is a stamp die of the month, this month is super duper clever. So I really love the fonts included in the stamp of the month, the clear stamp of the month, and this is called Fresh Packed. And it has really wonderful greetings, really, really cute fonts. They're also mimicked in some of the other things like the Better Press. And then some adorable stamp images. We've got our lemons, or they could be limes, some flowers, tomatoes, and strawberries. And then the dies that coordinate are really clever. So we've got the sentiment dies here, but look at this adorable little market bag. This you can put all of your fun little images in, or other things as well. So really, really cute. I love the stamp set this month. I don't know that we're going to get to this one during the live today. I'm going to use a greeting or two from here, but I am definitely going to try to use this with some of these here in maybe a reel or something coming up. I just think it's adorable. Hi, Jenny. Then let's see, let's go stencil next. So the stencil of the month, I know it doesn't look like a lot here. I actually have a sample. Here's just a little peek of it. So it is a 5-piece stencil that does a wonderful strawberry background. So for my strawberry lovers, this creates an absolutely gorgeous background. We are going to make this background on camera today, so I'll show you step by step how I did that. But absolutely amazing for all of my stencil of the month people out there. The Market Berries is absolutely incredible. So really, really cute for that one. Let's talk die of the month next. This is called Pansy Seed Co. Obviously, it makes adorable pansies. You guys, they are incredible. If you are a floral lover, this set is so, so good. It has the little pot. You can use it with this set, with your other florals. Really cute little planter here. Nice little border that can be used on lots of different things. I actually didn't use this for any of my cards today, but I love it and I plan on using it in the future. Heather says, can you make a list of all your absolute favorites like lobster red ink, arches? I need to downsize and cannot figure out how to let stuff go. I can put it on the list for the future. I know I'm not going to have time to do it right away. But that's a great idea, and I'll have Brendan make a note for me so that I can, I know I've been asked about some of that before, so I will definitely make a note to do that at some point. Okay, so that's the Pansy Seed Co. I love this one, by the way. Love, love, we're going to be using this. Then the large die of the month is a Market Tote. Now, it comes with all kinds of veggies and loaves of bread, and I had to use 2 magnet sheets. A bottle here for milk, a slice of cheese, tulips, vegetables, all the things. Really cute, but the Market Tote could also be used on its own with other dies if you want to fill your Market Tote full of flowers, if you want to do anything. And it has a really cool pop-up feature, which I'm going to share in the video today. So we will be using this one as well. Then the Stitching Club of the month. I'm actually not going to use it as a stitching die. I really love that Spellbinders makes the stitching optional. So there are 3 different stitching options, and I just decided for today we're not going to use those. So you can use them or not. And it's another kind of rooted vegetables. It's called Rooting for You. And it has a fun little stake here, and one of the sentiments is rooting for you and the other is thanks a bushel. I'm not going to use either of those for today's card, but I will use it in the future. And there is an adorable little border here, so if you want to make it look like your vegetables are in the ground, I think that's super, super cute as well. Heidi says Nicole's favorites would be a good holiday video. You are correct. That is a great suggestion, and I'm going to have Brendan make a note of that too. I definitely need to do that. Yes. Thank you, thank you. That is a really, really good suggestion. Something early in the season. Thank you. Okay, and then we have the Better Press of the month, which is like is combined the Better Press and Glimmer now. This is one of my favorites. Anytime there is something that is a fabulous basic, I love it. This is the Seed Co. border, and we are going to make a couple of cards using this border as the base. We're going to glimmer it. It does come with black foil, and I'm going to use the black foil today, but you could use absolutely any color of foil that you have. And look at all the sentiments it comes with. There's individual sentiment strips. There's also the group sentiment as well as the dies that coordinate. So the strip will work back to any of these. And then of course this die here works back to this one. And it's that same wonderful font from the stamp set. Really cute. Love that. Okay, and then the last 2 clubs are our 2 embossing folders, which are again fabulous. So our embossing folder is Market Weave, and this is a fabulous basic that I think is going to work for anything. Imagine doing your market tote and giving it this wonderful texture or just all kinds of backgrounds. Really, really great one. And then this one here is called Market Crates, and it looks like a bunch of crates stacked in the background. This one is adorable as well. Lots of great uses for both of those. Let's see. I'm going to make sure. Is there a way to sharpen your dies again? Oh, I don't know, Monique. I have never heard of that actually. So I am not sure if there is a way or not. Okay, bonus items. You get some cardstock, and then the bonus items this month, so this is the club crate. If you buy all 8 of the clubs, these are the bonuses you get, and obviously they're fabulous. So it's this adorable jar set that comes with pickles, strawberries, olives, sentiments, the band that goes around the jar topper, all of that good stuff. And if we have enough time, we are going to make something with this at the end of the video today. But this is the bonus item, meaning it is not available individually. You have to be a member of the All Clubs crate in order to get this. So you get this. You also get, I'm going to just flip this over so it shows against the white, the coordinating stamp set. And obviously all of these sentiments work back to the little label here. So you can use the label with the die that says hello. You can die cut the label and you could stamp your sentiments on here just like this, and just makes it super versatile. You can use your strawberries without this set. You can use any of this stuff without this set, but it's just an adorable little jar shaped die set, and I think jars are a good idea all the time. I personally love jars. Yes, the bonuses are so good this month, Heather said. Yes, they are. So just kind of take out the idea that this is the market cards, okay? One of my all-time favorite kind of cards, and you guys can guess, you're going to know exactly because during the holidays I do them all the time, are snow globe cards. So let's say you take these pieces here, just like this, and you use different dies or stamped images or whatever inside. These would make adorable seasonal snow globes. So that just kind of extends the life of what is already a bonus item. But I think that this die set is so, so good that it is worth getting the crate just for this set alone. Really, really cute set. Love it so much. Oh, Heather has a great idea. She says, remember using foil to sharpen our punches. Yes, I do remember that. And she wonders if it would do the same for dies. I do not know, but that is a great suggestion. Beth just ordered the cherry glass mat and accessories. She needs to win at Mahjong. You're welcome for the discount code, Beth. That's hilarious. I love it. Okay, so we're going to start with our big die of the month today. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that one out. And we're going to take our stencil set and our stamp set. So that's what we're going to start with. So for our first couple of cards today, I'm going to put all of that over here. Let's talk about what we're going to use. I'm going to be using, for the background of my card, the Market Crates 3D embossing folder. We're using our large die of the month. We're going to use the Market Berries stencil set. And then we're going to pick a greeting from this wonderful fresh packed stamp set. So let's go ahead. And this is why I'm buying that cherry mat as soon as we're done today. because I'm going to do that so I can keep this on there at all times. Thank you everyone who's given me that suggestion. So I had shown you that this is the background we're going to create, and I am going to do it here on camera. I love stenciling on colored cardstock, specifically a nice lighter cardstock. This is actually Sticky Note from Lawn Fawn. Kat's back after buying the stencil in small die clubs. That's awesome. Michelle picked up her second Glassboard. Oh, you're welcome for the discount. Which one did you get, Michelle? Okay, which design, I should say. All right. So I am going to take these out, and I am going to go one by one. And I am going to do them in order. There's a number on each of these. And I'm just going to line that up. Sorry, my computer was making a little shadow that I was not loving. I'm going to move that back. All right, so we are going to do a couple of shades of green, and I've picked just Fairway and Field from Simon Says Stamp. And we're going to start with our Fairway color first, and that's going to be the lighter area of our leaves. Beth just ordered the cherry glass mat and accessories. Oh, I've read that. Never mind. So what we're going to do is I am going to go in and do nice even pressure. If you've never stenciled and added ink over a colored cardstock, try it. I love the effect. It's a little more interesting than white. Sometimes I love stenciling on white or ivory and obviously craft. But sometimes it's super fun to try a nice light cardstock color, like a chiffon or a really nice blue, like the windy color of cardstock is good as well. I thought the greens and reds would really pop on this yellow, nice light yellow cardstock. And so that is what we're going to do today. And we're going to do a really nice even application all over. And I love how the mat just holds everything down in place. And I really want to get all of these areas good, so I might be going over it a couple times. This isn't a light application today. Kat says, suggestion for the day, try changing your cutting plates. Yes, I would say the suggestion I saw Laura say, because your cutting dies aren't necessarily sharp. They're not blades. She's correct. Your rollers in your machine may no longer be tight. Or your sandwich you might need a shim to give extra pressure. I've been thinking about this the whole time. You might need an extra shim to help with the pressure, because it is the pressure of rolling that through that cuts your paper with the die. New cutting plates, though, are always a good suggestion, and I got real mad at mine yesterday, and I don't know why I didn't pull out the new set. I have more cutting plates. I always have extras here, so I need to do that. Okay, here is our base layer for our beautiful strawberry background. Hi, Donna. We are going to grab stencil 2. Same thing, I'm going to line up those little registration marks in the corner of my A2 panel of cardstock. And we are going to go with our darker color of green. And this is going to be for the stems and the veining on our leaves. And I am using the Field color ink here. And again, I'm going to use pretty heavy pressure to apply that color. I want it to really be defined. So show of hands, who is subscribed to the stencil of the month or the All Clubs crate so you get the stencil of the month? I know we have lots of stencil lovers here, so I would love to know kind of what your favorites are. Madge loves stenciling on colored cardstock. If it's dark, I've had good luck doing white layers first, then the color. Yes, I have done that as well, and it looks amazing. All right, now for the reveal. Let's see how pretty this is looking. Look at that. Okay, stencil number 3. Let's get it going the right direction. Again, I'm kind of lining up always in this bottom left corner, and then I'm making sure each of my corner registration marks lines up perfectly. And look at that, perfectly aligned. All clubs. Lots of all clubs. Donna's a stencil club gal. I love it. Oh my goodness, both. Got your crate last Friday, Laurel says. Fantastic. So for my strawberries, I know it doesn't seem correct, but I'm using the apple color of ink for my strawberries today. I just started the all crates, was just getting the small die and press plate. Fabulous, Dee. Kat says she joins and cancels a lot, though she's picky about her stencils, and I do love that they give you the ability to do that so that you get what you want. And again, lots of pressure, I guess. I'm not being super light. Sometimes I say I'm being light-handed, not being light-handed today. Better Press Glimmer Club member. Nice, Kathleen. That's one of my favorites. Now, here's what I want to know, Kathleen, or anyone else who has the Better Press of the month, the Better Press Glimmer of the month. Do you better press more or do you glimmer more, or is it pretty even? Because you can do both with those press plates. All right, reveal time. Look at our strawberry background. I love it. Okay, stencil 4. This is our little flowers. Now, white pigment ink is one of my go-to favorite must-have products in your craft stash. I use white pigment ink not every time, but I would say almost every time I create. Hi, Liz. It's so nice to see you here, too. All right. D, glimmers more. Kathleen, better press more, not great at glimmer. Better press more, glimmer more. Glimmer, glimmer. I love hearing that from you guys. Okay, so I'm going to take this white, and what I like to do, instead of using a traditional brush like this for my white pigment ink, I like these paper pouncers. These are, I think they're picket fence ones, but any kind of pouncer tool I feel like works way better with our white ink. So I'm going to load up my white pigment ink, and we're going to press and get really good application here. And I'm going to just keep doing that and make sure I get all of my flowers. And it may not look like much, but when I pull this away, it's even going to look great on a light colored cardstock. It doesn't always have to be on dark. And what I love is I wanted my little strawberry blooms to be white. And so I tried to make that work. And that's another good reason for using colored cardstock instead of white. Nancy says, how do I get info on the clubs? My first time here today. We will pop a link to the All Clubs crate here. And also, if you watch the chat, we are talking about each of the things. There will be links for those, and you can go over and read all about it. I was surprised to see you live today. I'm going live myself. Yes, we're starting more lives, but I really wanted to get this one in, and tomorrow's live is already planned for not this. This was supposed to be last Friday, and I didn't make it. Okay, so look at all of these white flowers. Doesn't it look fantastic on here? Stencil 5. Let's see. Kathy says strawberry flowers with white with yellow centers. I've got them in my garden now. Someone used die-cut white flowers and it looked really awesome. Oh, I bet that did. That's a great suggestion. Okay, so I'm going to line up my last stencil. And for this one, I'm going to use 2 different colors. So I'm going to use small blending tools for this. And we're going to do a little honey-colored ink for those flower centers. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with that first. And it's kind of more of a like pounce and then a little blendy just to make sure that color gets in there really good. Oh, good. The All Clubs crate is pinned at the top of the comments here. Thank you so much, Brendan. Brendan is my assistant, helping me out with all the links and really just keeping me on track in all areas. Let's use this one. Okay, so for our strawberries, I'm going to use a little bit of this whale color. It's kind of a dark gray, but it's going to work good for this. And so I like to, anytime I'm doing 2 colors, I usually try to do the light color first, just so I don't accidentally smear the dark into the lighter area. And I really am going to do more of a pouncing motion here. Just get those little strawberry seeds in there. There we go. And we're going to pull it away for the beautiful reveal. Look at that awesome background. It makes a fabulous panel all on its own. In fact, we're going to keep this one as is. And I'm actually going to use the one I've already pre-cut to show you what we're going to do next. But this is gorgeous. You could frame this up, add a nice big sentiment to it, and it kind of just could be standalone, basically, with your sentiments and everything else. But such a good background. All right. So that is our stencil set. And again, that's called, Market Berries. We're going to just set our stencils here to the side. I'll clean them when we're all done today. And I'm buying that extra mat, as you guys have all told me to do, as soon as we're done, so that hopefully here in a week or so, I don't have to manage that anymore. Okay, next thing we're going to put together, we're going to create a market tote. And I did this background, and I thought, wouldn't it be cute and fun to make our tote have a straw, like it has a design to it. Our market tote has a pattern. So I used just a piece, just a little piece. I don't know where this one went actually. Oh, it went like this. I used a little piece of this background, and I still have a bunch left that I can make something else with. And we're going to turn this into our market tote. So with this, you get with your large die of the month, and this is called Market Tote, you get this wonderful border, and you could do it anywhere on your card. But I like to start with an A2 base, and then you can make it as high or as short as you want. I want to leave room for my handle, so I have made mine about 2 inches, maybe just a little bit shorter, by 4 1/4. Oh, nice. Let's see. Hello from the USS Abraham Lincoln, deployed right now and got lucky to get Wi-Fi so you can watch. Thank you so much for your service, and I'm so excited that you have good Wi-Fi. That's awesome. All right. So for our market, we're going to put our tote together. Then we're going to have some fun with all the veggies and things that go inside. I've actually cut 2 pieces for my tote. One is a little taller than the other so that when you put them together, it's just going to look like you're tucking things inside. So we're just going to get out the pieces right now for the tote, and then we're going to put it together. And I'm missing a couple things. Let me dig through because the details here are always absolutely incredible. There we go. So, we also have this wonderful handle that we're going to put on here, and I thought the fern color cardstock was perfect for this. I like the contrast. So we've got one handle. This little piece here is what's going to give our market tote some dimension, and we've got 3 of these. And then we have the wonderful little stitching detail that goes on our handles, just like this. And so we've got those as well. So that's what we're going to start with, and we're going to put our tote together. Reminds me of the Pioneer Woman strawberry shortcake. Yummy, Madge says. Oh, I love that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our tabs first, and we're going to do like a little accordion fold, just like that. And we're going to do that with all of them. So I'm going to fold it in half, and then we're just going to fold up these sides. And we're going to fold this one. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to use liquid glue. A tape, like double-sided tape, would probably be easier, but we're going to use glue because it stays better. I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue on one side of the tab, and I'm just going to actually put it kind of here in the middle. You're not going to see it, but it's pretty long, so we want that stability. And we're also going to do one on each side. Just like so. And our final one. All right. Let me grab my magnet. There we go. I like my magnets because they're nice and strong. Also, you can get these with my 15% discount at Glassboard Studio, but I like them. They are the strongest way to hold things in place. Okay, once that is we're going to let it sit for a minute, so I'm just going to go ahead and work on the handles. And yes, I did not die cut this very well, but it gets covered up. So instead of wasting it, I thought, well, we are just going to roll with it. So what I'm going to do is pop these little pieces down here along the bottom. Of each of the handles. The details on this are so, so good. And then I'm going to just take it, and on the back, I'm going to put a little more glue. And we want to figure out kind of where we want these to go. And I want to just try to center it as much as possible. And I'm kind of lining up that little part with that stitch line in the top of my market tote. And I'm just going to make sure Look how cute that is. Isn't that adorable? I want a little tote bag that has these strawberries on it. How about you guys? All right, and then I'm going to go in and on that top part of our little accordion tags, we're going to put more glue. And then we're going to take our tote just like so. And I'm just going to make sure once it's lined up, we're just going to put our magnets back in place. Susie, will you be setting up text capabilities to notify us when you go live? I have to look into it more, Susie. I don't know. I'll look into it. Oh, yay. Hi, Kim. How are you? Everyone, Miss Kim Kesty from Spellbinders is here. All right, so we've got a super cute Strawberry Market tote bag. And now we have to fill it with all kinds of delicious goodies. And we have some loaves of breads. We're going to have a little bottle of milk. Kat says, I bet Nicole has strawberry fabric and could make a patchwork bag like the one she made. Oh, I probably could. Oh, I do. I do have strawberry fabric. You are correct. I have lots of fabric. So I did cut a couple of loaves of bread. We're going to start with those and our bottle of milk first. And we're going to talk about the dies for those. And we're just going to kind of build all of the components. And then we'll fill our tote. Let me move this little guy out of the way. I think the glue is drying. We're just going to put one magnet on there. Perfect. And let's go ahead and do our peppers too while we're here. I thought we needed 2 bell peppers, so we have orange and red. Have our little bottle of milk, and we have our bread. So the dies for these, we've got our wonderful bell pepper here. Then we have our bread. And let me get the other dies. Oh, you guys, thanks for giving Kim love. All right. Who's going to sign up for the weekender here? It's like T-minus, is it a little less than 6 days now? I haven't looked. When you click on Spellbinders, the pop-up comes up and tells you. And I feel like yesterday it was 6 something. So it's probably 5 days and so many hours now. Okay, that's for the milk. I feel like I'm missing my... Oh, here it is. Yeah, I am. Okay, so the broccoli stem and then the little top of my bell peppers. So we're going to add just a little shading to a couple of these pieces. Does Spellbinders have a die cut machine? Oh my gosh, do they ever? They have loads of wonderful die cut machines. I did not give the link to that. Brendan, if you can find one from another video and pop in the one I'm going to show. But there's lots, and I have a couple of different ones. Let's make me bigger. There we go, so you can see it. This is the lilac shimmer, which I totally love, but they also have it in a basic color. And then this is the smaller, this is the Spellbinders Platinum, and then there's the Spellbinders Platinum, the big one. And I do love that. You can send or put a whole 8.5 by 11 sheet through that one. Just for space purposes for live, I usually use this lilac shimmer one a lot. Christine, question, when are we getting peeks of the Weekender kit? I do not know. I don't know when the peeks are coming, but you guys, it is so good and so fun. I cannot wait. And yes, I am teaching, Kim said. So she put it in here so I can say. That cutting plate got some love. Okay, so this is embarrassing. I should get the new set out. I know. Just full disclosure, I'm super bad. And it's not like they're hidden in a drawer. They're right underneath my desk on the shelf, the extras. But did I get any out? No. Let's see. Hi, Josie. Josie is here. She is the creative genius mind behind these wonderful clubs. So give Josie some love too. She is incredible, you guys. Your plate is warped, Maureen. I know. I'm showing you guys. It's bad. Oh, yeah, you guys are all saying that. I know. It's super bad. Hey, real life. I can still craft with it, right? All right. I'm actually going to see whatever ink is left on my little blending brush from doing my strawberries. And I'm going to do that on my carrot-colored pepper. Just a little. Most of it's going to be tucked in, so maybe I'll just concentrate that around the top. I'll get new plates when we're done with this live. You guys have spoken. Clearly, it's super bad. Let's see. Kim, peaks are next week. Oh, no, you're not derailing anything, Kim. We're pretty laid back here. And everybody wants to know. So that's perfect. So Weekender sneak peeks, you guys, start next week, Kim says. Karen says the warped ones still work. Thanks, Karen. Oh, good. Kat was at the Weekender last year and loved the projects. I need another bonus from work to join all the things. That is true. Okay, so super easy. I'm going to hold this pepper up. See that little score line right here? You can very easily just put a little glue. And we're just going to pop our little stem in place. An instant bell pepper. How cute is that? Okay, I need a little brown ink, I think. Okay, we'll just grab some things and see what works. Just to add a little shading to that red. I don't want to completely change it, but I'm going to just use a little bit. Since I added shading to the other one, and we need to add a little shading to our bread, I feel like. Lisa says, looking for my real market bag post and can't find it. I will see if Brendan can find it on YouTube and pop it here in the chat for us. It is a patchwork tote bag, Brendan. Give him a minute to search. He'll be back. Okay, so here are our bell peppers. Next up, let's go ahead. I'm going to move these out of the way. Let's go ahead and do something with we're not going to do any inking on our little bottle of milk. And I just kept mine pretty simple. Just did a little white cardstock, and then I did a little teal cardstock here for the top. And then, of course, our adorable little label. Kat says the score lines make putting together images so much easier. I agree. Always so well thought out. I could flip the plate over, and I do. It just doesn't always help a lot. I'll see if I can get it. I usually just get new plates out. When it gets bad, I just get new plates out. But I do die cut a lot of things. Keep that in mind. Thanks, Brendan. Brendan just popped my real sewn together market tote in the chat. All right, bread next. And I'm going to go ahead and glue them together and then ink them. Aren't these veggies so cute? Lots of great ways to use these. Even let's say you don't want to put them in the market tote bag. Maybe you want to, I'm especially thinking like a 5x7 card. So you're doing a bigger size card. And I love creating like a scene where there's like a kitchen countertop. And you could even mock up some little cabinets above or whatever. But wouldn't it be cute to do like have a whole bunch of vegetables out on the counter? That would be a really cute scene card. Maybe build some little shelves up there that you could decorate. But the images are nice and big, so lots of great ways to use them. Good morning, Judy. So late to the party. You're all right, Rochelle. You can always watch it on replay, or you can go back to the beginning and watch it on super speed until it catches up to where we're live. That's always fun. I could be talking real fast. Sounds good, Kat. Thanks for joining this morning. Let's see. Does Spellbinders have a barbecue die set with a grill and food to go with it? I'm not thinking of one right off the top of my head unless I'm forgetting. I feel like I did not get that on there very good. There we go. I will think about that. Catherine's doing a kitchen scene card for her daughter-in-law's birthday card. Oh, I love that. So I'm going to take a little bit of my brown and I'm just going to use that detail blender brush to go along the side here. Brendan, will you please make a note that I need to add mocha to the supply list so I don't forget? Thank you. Okay, Josie is chiming in. Thank you. I didn't know if she was still here. She says they don't. The large die from March 2026 had a few barbecue elements. Yes. I bet that's what I'm thinking of. But no set with just barbecue. Thank you, Josie. Yes, it had the cute little Converse shoes, and it had like barbecue tools and that kind of stuff, which would be really cute. I would need to look at the size and scale, but I also think maybe you could almost combine some of those things together from March and April. Tina, some of the March some of the March clubs, pardon me, had elements that worked kind of for Mother's Day, Father's Day. Okay, so here are our little loaves of bread. I used fawn and truffle cardstocks for those. I kind of forgot to tell you the cardstock colors I'm using. Sorry. The green on the peppers is fern. We've got poppy and cardstock for our carrot for our bell peppers. All right, time to pull out some others. Let's do our little block of cheese. This is saffron and beeswax. And it's these two dies right here. There we go. We're just going to glue this in place. It's just a little two-step, super easy. You could add a little shading if you wanted to. I might not on this one. There we go. Let's go ahead and do our broccoli next. And there are a few pieces. So that same piece that had the stem for our peppers, we need that one again. I went ahead and just used that at the same time. And then there are these three pieces here. And we're just going to layer these all together. And I have used rainforest and fern for mine. My magnet really, really wants that. Grab that. Die. All right, so those are our pieces. I'm just going to get these out of the way. And we're going to assemble them however you want, basically. So let's do a little fern on top of our rainforest. And this just gives us some really, really good texture by having all of these different layers. Eat your veggies. right? So we got our little broccoli. And then I think this one would be great used in lots of other sets as well. Before we do the beet, we're going to go ahead and do our tulips. So if you just want to use the tulips on their own, or you want to put them in like a little vase or something like that, would be absolutely adorable. But we're just going to tuck a little grouping of tulips into our market tote today. So I've got some rainforest colored die cut stems, and I've got 3. We're going to do 3 of our tulips. And then we are going to have, they're each a 2-step. So there we've got like a darker pink, lighter pink, and then we are going to have a little pretty purpley color. Let's see, Tina wants to know if the March 2026 large dies are available to buy. I don't know if they are up yet. If Kim is still here and can answer, I'll let her tell us. The die-cut veggies are almost cheaper than the grocery store veggies. Jenny says, this is so stinking cute. Thank you. Okay, so I just did 2 leaves. We have a lot of stuff going into our tote. So I thought 2 was probably enough for this, but you could do individual for each. What I love is this big head here on each of our flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble the flowers first. Let's use our tweezers to make it easier. Josie's going to check for us. Thank you, Josie. I appreciate it. And we're going to put our flowers together. How cute are these? And again, all the flowers would be great combined with lots of different sets used on their own. You don't have to use them. None of these things. You could use any of these with other things. Mix and match. Or maybe you want to fill your market tote full of tulips. That would be really pretty. Maybe you want to make a Mother's Day card with it. Weekender event details. It starts next week, Catherine. Registration opens next week. And sneak peeks start next week as well. Oh, Rochelle, I'm so glad you didn't cancel your subscription either. I thought this month was super cute. You know, farmers markets are starting back up. The weather's nicer. Perfect. Okay, so our flowers are put together. We're just going to put, excuse me, little dab of glue. I'm going to get a little drink. On the top of each. And we're simply going to pop our little tulips on here. You're welcome, Catherine. Super excited for you guys to see what's in store for the Weekender this year. It is incredible. Catherine says, I'm going to start a small die of the month subscription. Oh, it's going to be good. We're good. I'm going to show you the April one. It is fabulous. So good. I loved everything this month. Okay, I usually say that though. Oh, I dropped a die. I'm going to use my favorite tool picker upper so I don't forget to pick it up. I don't have a link for it here, but if you guys have seen it before, I'll put a link in later. It's my little magnetic wand when I'm being super lazy to pick up dies off the floor because I drop them all the time. And sometimes they go underneath the desk, and during my live especially, I don't want to be crawling around on the floor digging them out. Okay, so next, I think we're going to, I'm going to just put a little glue here on a couple of these, and then we'll work on tucking them in. Oh, nice. Deborah says she's going to make a Mother's Day card with the tote this afternoon. I love that idea. I think it will be perfect. Okay, there we go. So let's take a look at our market tote. The glue has dried now. So because we put those great little spacers in, I'm going to open it up. See that? So it kind of pops it up a little bit. There we go. That's better. Isn't that so clever? But yet when you put this in your envelope, it's going to fold nice and flat. But it does pop up just a tiny little bit like this. Okay, if available, Josie said, the die of the month, the March 26th die of the month, the large die, pardon me, which is what that was in, will be available May 1st. So if it isn't sold out. Thank you, Josie. Lynn says, I have one of those I bought years ago for picking up sewing pins. Oh, I have one for sewing. I have one for, but I discovered that I was using it all the time for my dies. And I thought, oh, I'm going to get another one. Okay. One more thing to put together. We have our little beat here. And I think I use Merlot for this. And then let's show the pieces for it. I kind of got off track. We have our roots. Or our roots. No, that's for the onion later, Nicole Ding Dong. That's our leaves, the veining for our leaves. Our beat, and then we've got the little leaf piece that goes back behind the leaves. So we're going to put these back on here, put this together, and we're going to finish this card up. Shirley says, I'm going to have to get one of those magnetic wands. I will make sure and add this one when we're done with the live. I love it. I was gifted one and I immediately went and bought another one because I thought, oh, these are too good. I'm constantly dropping little dies in little nooks and crannies and helps me get them out. So I'm just putting a little glue on the back here. And then I'm going to just pick up my leaves. This is called Lazy Girl. Oops. Do I need to add more glue? No. There we go. Just press a little harder. The Lazy Girl way of adding the leaves here to our little stem. There we go. And then on this big circle part, again, it makes it so easy to attach. We're just going to do that. Is it a beet or is it a radish? I might have been wrong about that. It kind of looks like a radish. What is it about seeing groceries as die cuts? I get my produce from this store. This makes me see potential dies everywhere. Yes, Madge. I wish clear stamps were magnetic too. Madge, you and me both. I dropped something and I could not find it. It was just kind of blending in because thank goodness it didn't have ink on it. And I thought the same thing. I wish that I could just run the wand over and it would just pick it up. Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right, so we've got all of our pieces. I'm just going to scoot these up really quick because we are going to build our background. And I am going to use that 3D embossing folder, the Market Crates, and I've got a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch panel of alabaster cardstock. Hi, Michelle. She says, I'm late, but those tulips are divine. Aren't they fun? We're just going to put our embossing folder in here, like so. And let me grab my die cut machine. Let me get rid of all my warped plates that you guys don't like. And let me get my little mat here for my 3D embossing folder. We're going to build the sandwich to run this through. And let's see what kind of awesome texture we get with this Market Crates background. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I love a textured background. I don't love a plain background so much. I usually like it to have a little something, but obviously our market tote has a lot going on, so this isn't going to detract or take away from that. So what we're going to be doing is lining our tote up right here, and we're going to fill it with all of these goodies. So I'm just going to go ahead and put glue all over the back of my little tote and line it up with the bottom. Like that. Love that background. Thank you, Michelle. And I'm going to grab some foam because, of course, we need some foam squares, right? You guys know me. And we are going to start filling our tote with all of the goodies. Kim says one of her favorite backgrounds ever. Kim, you and me both. So because of that pop-up feature, one of the things I love about this is not only does it give you the ability to have, so it really looks like a tote. It's not just flat, but that little bit of pop-up makes it so easy to be able to start putting your things in the tote without kind of having to manipulate or not glue this down or make sure that you keep your glue around the edges. It really does make it so much easier. Catherine's getting Spellbinders emails while watching this. Well, that's good. Shirley lost a clear stamp and found it 2 years later stuck under a large container of paper. Yes, and if you have anything, so I found one once. You guys know I love these craft stacks from Spellbinders. One time I had set these on top of some clear stamps. I'm sure I had a project laid out contemplating it, and I could not find the sentiment anywhere. Lo and behold, guess what? It was right here. I looked everywhere though, and I will tell you, I was getting a little bit angry. Maybe a lot of bit angry. I do not like losing stuff like that. It makes me so mad. Okay, so we got our little bread in there. Let's kind of see what I want to do before I attach too much else. Okay, kind of like that. We're going to have our milk be in the background a bit. So I'm going to feel good about putting foam all over this one. Oh, not those though. I don't like those. I don't know why they're out. Die stuck to the bottom of your Misty. Yes, and this, if you've got that magnet in your Misty, I found them there. To the back of my phone. I found one stuck to the back of my phone. All over the place. So we're going to kind of put our milk there, I think. And then before I put my adhesive on this, I need to kind of plan that out. Okay, I like that. I knew you meant Misty, Maureen. I guessed. I bet several of us have found dies stuck to the back of that Misty. Isn't this tote so much fun? The possibilities are really endless with it. I love it. I'm actually just going to put my foam square here. There we go. And I'm not going to put foam on the broccoli since I've got everything back behind it already has adhesive. Like that. And then the rest of the height here is going, oh, I have cheese too. I need to figure out where I'm going to stick my cheese. Back here, I think. We're going to give our height with those tulips. How do I want to stick this in? Oh, yeah. Just like that. Oh, I haven't put this down yet either. So let's figure out, these are going to be all glued directly. The stems on our tulips are so thin, so I'm not going to pop these up. And I'm just going to carefully put a little glue on, like so. Let's put this in the center of my screen. The bag would be cute, filled with gifts for Christmas. Liz, what a cute idea. I love that. Very, very good idea. Lots of ways to use it beyond just this month. Books and school supplies, Jana says, for teachers. That's a cute idea. And how cute would it be to tuck like a gift card for a teacher down inside of here? That's a really good idea. I like that. Okay, now this head of this flower, I am going to put one little foam square, since it's going to kind of overlap the bread just a little like that. There we go. And then we almost have everything in our market tote. I love the tulips in the tote. Oh, thank you. We're just going to kind of do that. Ta-da! Look at our adorable little tote. And then you would just put this on the front of your A2 side fold or top fold card. Now, sentiment. You can mix and match, which is my favorite thing about getting the All Clubs crate. You can mix and match from among all the different things. I think we're going to use the stamp set today and a coordinating die. And I really liked, let's lay that against the white so we can read these. So, Life's Better With You in My Tote. Fresh Packed Birthday Cheer. I thought that. A Tote Full of Thanks. I thought that was, maybe we'll use that one. Handpicked for You. A Fresh Hello. You Keep Me Grounded. Goodness Enclosed. Really cute as well. Grown with Love. Let's do a Tote Full of Thanks. What do you think? Oh, yes. Athena, 100%. So I chose to use the stencils to give a pattern for this. But you guys, the embossing folder of the month is the Market Weave. Use that to emboss your tote bag, and it's going to be a cute little textured tote bag. How adorable would that be? I love how all of the pieces work together so well. So we're going to kind of just look at this and see what I want to do, where I want to put this. I think we'll put it maybe right here. And then what color I want to do it on. I love the expandable sides on the basket. It makes it so much easier. You guys, game changer, because it doesn't add that much bulk. It's still going to be bulky just with adding the dies. I say bulky, but this is still a very easy to mail card. But see how it will, in the envelope, it'll just squish right down. So cute. Okay, let's see. What do I want to stamp this on? I think we're just going to do it on this fern cardstock. Just like so. Veggie dies and seed packs. There's so many possibilities. So many, you guys. So many. We're going to do seed packs next, but let's give our card a little sentiment. I'm going to use my powder tool first just to prep. And we're going to do white embossing on the fern cardstock and then die cut it with the coordinating die and pop it on our card. I think that will tie in really nicely to the rest of the card design. We're not pulling in any additional colors. It would be so cute with balls of yarn and crochet needles. Liz, that's a cute idea. I like that too. Very clever. Anne is a Crate subscriber. That is awesome, Anne. I just love the Crate because you can mix and match. And then you do find ways to make everything work together. I don't know. I just love that. It's one of my very favorite things. Plus, the extras, the goodies this month are fabulous. They're fabulous all the time, but they're especially fabulous this month. Oh, yep. Jana loves Liz's idea of the crochet yarn and needles. I bet we see a lot of that here coming soon. We'll see some of you doing that with your products, and that is going to be adorable. All right. Going to get rid of that extra powder. Once your embossing has cooled, if it's still warm, it will smear, and I try not to be too heavy-handed with it either. All right. Got a little leftover piece of tape. I think it still has some life in it. We're going to die cut. Oh my goodness, Athena says this set would make adorable gift tags for her sourdough bread. Yes, it would. I love that idea. And don't forget the clear stamp of the month. Not only do you get the coordinating dies, but you get this cute bag die that you could fill with anything, but there's stamps in here that would also be super cute. So just super fun. Okay, so, or you could fill it with your, you know, some of these goodies. All right. I'm going to get a thin foam adhesive strip. I love that the die cuts so nice and close. That's not going to take away from our stencil design of our tote bag. I love that idea for your sourdough bread gift tags. So cute. I think we're going to go right here. A tote full of thanks. Ta-da! Look at that. How cute. Okay, who's ready to make some seed packs? Should we move on to the small die of the month? So if you haven't already, tell me what is, if you can choose. It's hard to choose. But what is your favorite product from the April clubs? What's your favorite club option, if you will? So for the next two cards, we're going to use the Pansy Seed Co. And that is the die of the month, or the small die of the month. We're also going to use the stitching die of the month without the stitching feature this time. It's called Rooting for You. And we're going to use the Better Press of the month, which is our wonderful Better Press plate. And then there's the coordinating die, well, frame, and then sentiments, and the wonderful dies. And in full disclosure, I didn't use the Better Press system. I used the Glimmer. And we are going to glimmer one of those backgrounds here. So I should get my machine warming up is what I should be doing. Pansy Seed Co. Yes. Oh, thank you, Athena. Just ordered the large die of the month. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad, Judy. You're going to love it. That makes me so, so happy. Hi, Sandy, coming in late. That's totally fine. You can catch up on your own time. So let's talk about what we're going to make. in my handy dandy craft stack, I've got a couple of cards here. So both cards are going to be the same basic design as far as background. It's just what we're going to put on them is going to differ a little bit. Each one is going to feature this wonderful Better Press seed coat border, and I am using the black foil that you get this month. And I decided to foil it on the fawn colored cardstock. I just love foiling. We're going to do this part here on camera to save a little bit of time today. Pansies and Better Press, Teresa said, yay! Coming in late, Debbie says, from the Pacific Northwest. I have to do replay. That's okay. Just for the first card. If you're here now, we're going to do more. Favorite is Better Press Seed Coat Border. 3D embossing folder junkie here. Heather, you and me both. Large die is my favorite, but the pansies are a close second. All are great. Yes. And keep in mind, you could do like a whole market tote. If you get the crate or get multiple clubs and you get the large die too, you could fill this little tote with pansies. Or you could add some of these other root vegetables in your tote as well. So lots of fun ways to mix and match. So we're going to foil the border. Then I did foil our sentiments here again on the fawn cardstock, and I did do that off camera just to, like I said, just to save some time. But we're going to foil this background, and we're going to start with our Pansy Seed Co. card first. And some of my flowers are put together, again, just to save a little time. But we will do some of these. Oops, there's some little pieces too. Let's leave those little pieces in there. Let's just put the flowers I've already assembled out. There we go. We're going to assemble the blue ones on camera. I have lots of greenery. I have lots of leaves and flowers because I want a really full front of my seed packet. The stitching root vegetables are a close second. Yes, they're so cute. I just think everything is so clever and there's so many different ways to use them. So for these cards, we want to make, wanted to make them look kind of like their seed packets. So we're going to grab our glimmer. And I'm going to go ahead and get it all ready. It's just warming up. It's getting pretty warm. Love the fonts on the sentiments. I adore the sentiments, the fonts this month. I think Spellbinders does a fabulous job anyway with their fonts, but I am loving this kind of handwritten look. Plus, they're just the perfect size. I like tiny sentiments, and so they're all fabulous. Agreed, agreed. So, so good. Whether it's the stamps or the Better Press plates. And I'm going to take my black foil and cut a little piece here. Now it's going to leave a big section in the middle. You could, or I would save it, and I will save it, to foil my sentiments. And that is what I did for the first one, or my sample one, I should say. So I am just going to kind of lining it up with the grids here on my platform. It's still warming up. It's still thinking real hard. And yes, I've had some mishaps along the way, but guess what? It doesn't change how it works. Yeah, loving all of the veggies and flowers. Such a perfect time of the year for this. It 100% is. Such a cute collection. Okay, so while this is warming up, I'm going to work on something really quick. So remember how I used my white pigment ink for the first card, if you were here for that, for the flowers? And I have my pouncer still here. I wanted to make my little planter, which is out of some cinnamon cardstock, look a little aged. So I didn't even have to grab any extra ink. I'm just going to go kind of along these edges here and kind of gently tap on. Do you guys see that? Oh, that looks good. My white pigment ink. Oh, good. It's warmed up. I'm going to hit my timer button. And there are several pieces for our planter. Now, I did all of my layer pieces out of this same cinnamon cardstock, and I'm going to just take this next piece. I'm not going to adhere anything yet. I'm just going to kind of age up that a little bit while we're waiting. And there is a piece that goes back behind, and we'll do that here in a little bit. Question for me. Are you going to be at Simon Says Stamp Creative Event in Columbus? No, I am not. Let's see. I have a pretty full schedule, and I couldn't make that one work this year. All right, let's run this through. And let's see how we did. We're going to peel off our foiling. And see how we have this big section in the middle? Don't throw that foil away. You can totally use that for something else. Oh, it looks fantastic. All right, we are going to trim that down a little bit. So when I have extra foil, I will roll it like so. And I usually have the box. I don't know where my box for this one is. Like if I don't want it to get all messed up, I will just do this. I keep my boxes for my foil. And I'll just stick it down here in the middle to keep it safe. There we go, just like that. And that way, the next time I go to foil with black, I'll pull that first and see if it'll work for the sentiments or whatever I'm doing. My glimmer plate is so hard to remove from the machine, Sandy says. Mine is, my old one was. This one is not. And I mean, I say old. I've had this one for several years now, but my original one was. This one is not the original, and I don't have any trouble with it. I do kind of hold it with my hand right here when I'm pulling it out, just so it doesn't move. Okay, since I glimmered a lot off camera to save a little time, we're going to just put that away. Oh, here it is. And I'm going to take my little guillotine trimmer here, and we're going to trim down our background just a little bit. And I think I'm going to go about, I think we're only going to do about 1/8 of an inch total to trim that down. And I think I got this one enough where I can just do 2 sides and I don't have to do all 4. There we go. So when we mat this on something else, it's going to have a little bit of a border around it, which I like. Are the tulips included with the large die of the month? Judy, they sure are. Yes, good question. What did I do with them? I'll show you again. So the large die, you get all of these and all of these. So everything I used as far as the tote, the handles, and everything inside was from the large die. Great, great question. Okay, so we were working on our little planter, and what I want to do for this, I've got a piece of black cardstock that's going to layer behind like so. And what I want to do here is I'm actually just going to put a little glue right along this top edge because I want to be able to tuck all of my stems for the pansies inside of here still, so I don't want to completely close that off, I guess is what I want to say. Words are hard. So see how it's still, there we go, still open? So we can tuck in some little flower stems. I'm also going to just go like this. And we're going to attach this right here. There we go. I like that my little planter looks a little weathered. There we go. And you can still tuck all of those stems down inside. And then I have the final little layering piece, and you could do it out of multiple colors, but especially if you want the rim of your planter to be it like a two-tone, I just did mine all out of one, but I still want that dimension. There we go. And the glue will dry clear, but I'm going to just take my nail and get rid of a little bit of that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to build our little pansy planter here. And we have lots of wonderful leaves and stems. And there's a couple of different options in here. So we've got the little stems that hang down. We have straight ones. We have lots of leaves. We have little buds. And then the full flowers. So I have a few put together here, but let's go ahead and put together our flowers. And I'll show you exactly how those go together. And I have a little bud as well, so I'm going to get most of the pieces. We're going to leave the two little teeny tiny pieces out for just a minute. And what you need for our pansies are these pieces here that I'm laying out. And then you need these two little tiny ones. Oh, Monique, thank you. I'm glad you like the little white on the planter. So here are the pieces for the pansies. And then there's these two little pieces for the tiny little buds. Those are the pieces we're going to be working with. So we're going to start with the larger pansy, and just like all the other sets, see that little die line there? It shows you exactly where to line up. Yes, Judy, the tulips are in the large die of the month. They sure are. They're so pretty. So we're going to take our layer pieces, and I'm just going to layer the larger flower center on the larger bloom. And then we're going to do the same thing for the smaller one. Just like that. And then we're going to take the little individual petals, and I did do those out of a lighter color. So on this, I am using Cosmic Sky, Malibu, and Windy cardstock. And I did other color combinations for the others. I just wanted to have a really nice variety. Oh, the large die is your favorite you just ordered. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so glad you love it. So there is one of our little flowers. We'll put the flower centers in here in just a second. Let's move our dies out of the way. hopefully not have to use my little magnet wand picker to put that or pick them up if I drop them. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing for the large. And we're just going to put a couple of the petals back behind. So there are our two little flowers. And let's go ahead and attach this one as well. And then we're going to take all of these different stems, and no, we're not. I lied. We got to do the flower centers. The thing that elevates them even more. So I die cut these little pieces from beeswax and white. And there are little score lines here in the center. I hope you can see where you can just pop those on. So I'm just going to put a little glue in the center of each. And everything lines up so easily. Just like that. Oops, don't lose that. And, oh, how fun. Monique says we call them violins over here. Oh, I love that. There we go. And it's these little pieces, to me, that elevate the design. It just finishes them off perfectly. So now we've got all of our little colors. And we're going to build a fun floral arrangement. So I'm going to build it, and then we're going to put the whole thing on our background. So we're just going to grab out all of our stems. I'm going to leave the leaves alone for a minute. We'll come back and add those in. But I left this open so that we can easily start building our planter. And I've used rainforest and fern cardstocks again. So a lot of you said this set was your favorite. Do you plant pansies each year? Or do you just love the floral design? Let me see how high this one's going to go before I glue that down. That looks about right. Just hide a little glue back there. I have been building my collection of Spellbinders color cardstock today. I completed all 48. Wonderful, Tina. I love that so, so much. Their cardstock is beautiful. It is my favorite. I use it all the time. That is so exciting. I hope they come out with even more colors. No pressure, Spellbinders. Pansies are such a happy flower. One of my faves, Liz said. I love that. Okay, so I think I'm going to not probably attach any more of my stems until I have a good idea if I'm happy with where everything is. But I'm just going to kind of play around. This is the part where you're building your floral arrangement. So you could just kind of have a little bit of fun with it. I plant every year, Liz said. Oh, I love that. You know, I haven't planted any in a long time. I should do that. I love them. They are a happy little flower, aren't they? Okay, and even if my stem is hanging out at the bottom, I haven't glued it down yet. That gives me a little bit of an ability to play around with placement and all of that good stuff. And height. Which I'm sure I'll change my mind a whole bunch of times. I'm off to the garden center this weekend to get pansies for the front porch planters, Laura says. Come do mine when you're done. Dee loves pansies but hasn't gotten them planted for many years. Love their cardstock too, Heidi says. Oh, I love that. And who was asking about Simon Says Stamp Create? I'm so sorry, I forget. I won't be there, but I did just mail off a bunch of stuff for them to display, including some sewing projects, some Tim Holtz things. So say hi to my things while you're there. Just bought a planter of pansies for your porch yesterday, Cindy said. Oh, I love that. I just tried Spellbinders cardstock and love it. Waiting on my full set of colors to come, Dee said. Oh, I love that too. Okay. I think what we're going to do, I'm going to do this and this. And I think I am going to bring this over here. Because I think it's going to help me a little bit feel out how high I want things to go. Because that's always the hard part for me, is making sure that I leave enough room. So I'm just going to snip off the ends if I feel like some of the stems are a little too long. There we go. And I want to have a nice even spacing for the 3 colors first. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is kind of make sure that those are spaced in a way that they're not right next to each other, since I'm using these 3. And no one's going to see the back, so it's okay. All right, then I am going to play around with these larger ones. It's kind of fiddly, but it's worth it. We're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and snip this one off for sure. There we go. Starting to come together now. And we're going to do this one kind of back behind, because I did do 2 of these blue and 2 of the purple. Let's make that. There we go. Oh, I need to stop fiddling with things. I get a little fiddly. My favorite pansy viola were called Jokers, and they were dark purple on the outside and bright orange in the center. Oh, beautiful. I'm here because I just got my crate, and I think some of it's still coming, so I'll wait a minute. Okay, I'm just going to flip this over and start gluing. Just going to add a little dabs of glue. As long as I like it, it's fine. Got one more little flower to find a spot for. There we go. Oh my gosh, I love it. So I'm just going to pop it. Actually, you know what we're going to do? I was going to start gluing. Let me wipe that off. I am actually going to take some foam adhesive now, and we're going to pop the whole thing up. And the flowers are so close together and overlapping that I think we will be just fine. There's going to give us plenty of room to put everything back behind here. Oh, I love it so much. It's so pretty. So I'm going to try to find the biggest areas and just put some big foam squares in. It's also going to provide some nice stability, and maybe even a little one right there. Okay, so what is everyone doing today? Are you popping in from work? I can't believe I'm this far in and I haven't even asked. Are you popping in from work, or are you doing what you want today? Are you crafting? I definitely will say hi to all your things, Josie said. Yep, say hi to them, visit them. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm just loving, loving, loving this set so much. And then when I'm happy with the placement on this, you guys, how pretty are these little pansies? I do feel like this little guy needs to be maybe positioned a little bit, but we've left him loose, so now I'm just going to kind of manipulate it just a tiny bit, and I think we're even going to put a little foam square back behind here. What a happy pot of colorful pansies, right? I want to go out and buy some now, just like this. Oh, it's so pretty. And we have an adorable little seed pack. So I do have like the little sending homegrown smiles. Was that what I wanted to use for this one? You're the reason good grows. Here's the ones I have. Let's take root and let happiness take root. Hello. Is going to be used on the next card, but I thought I would pull these out. I think I want to use sending homegrown smiles because these pansies just make me smile. And then we're going to make the other version. In between work shifts. Yay, just finished stitching your pears. Fabulous. Flowers are so pretty. Thank you, Simone. Totally focused on work, Teresa said. That's funny. It's almost 6 p.m. in the UK, so watching while getting tea ready. Wonderful. Finishing up 3 cards for the Scrapbook Cards Today event from last month. Oh, I love that. Janetta Jones says, pansies are our favorite in crafting later. Wonderful. So if you get your clubs, do you have your clubs? I know a couple of you mentioned earlier that your clubs had arrived. Maybe I thought I saw last Friday somebody got theirs. Popping in from break. Can't wait to make these. I got your crate a few days ago. Well, that answers my question, doesn't it? So I'm just going to pop my little sending homegrown smiles here. I think I'll add a few little gems to my seed pack, but I love, love, love these. So cute. All right, so we're just going to set this one aside for a second because we're going to make version 2. You're totally fine that you're late, Beth. No rush. Okay, so for version 2 of this, we're going to do our Stitching Club of the Month. And I've already got this one foiled. Let me put my pansies away really quick. We're trying not to lose things. Looks like a little... Oh, it does. It's the roots for our onion. You're correct, though. It does look like a little octopus. Now I can't unsee that. Okay, so we're going to use the Stitching Club of the Month without the stitching aspects for this. So we've got our carrot. I don't know if it's a radish or a beet. Now that I really don't know. And an onion, does not matter. We're going to build these. So I have got my pieces here. If you want to add stitching to them, you totally can. But I thought it would be really cute to line these up on our little seed packet and then use these extra sentiments. So let me get everything out we're using. I received my crate a few days back and I love it. Who's already dived in and is making all the things? Got my hair colored this morning and hate it. Oh no, for a redo. Laura, I'm so sorry. I have had that happen before and it is the worst thing ever. I'm so sorry. I'm glad they could get you right in for a redo. Just ordered. Oh, nice, Josie. I'm so glad. You're going to love it. Okay, so let's talk about the pieces. And what I love is that Spellbinders makes it versatile, that if you do not want to do the stitching component. So each of these have and they're tiny. It would be quick stitching and very, very cute, but you can use it without, which is awesome. So our root veggies all have little stitching detail, but obviously that's optional. We're going to do these three, line them up, and then make a little root vegetable seed packet with these. Oh, I forgot all of the leaves for this card. I thought I was missing something. Okay, we'll go back and add that in just a minute, since I already got all this stuff out. I'm like, why is this card missing something? It's because it's missing all of its leaves. Too many die cut pieces. So the first thing I'm going to do, got your crate today in Canada. Received a crate on Tuesday this week, Teresa said. Beth will go back and watch the beginning later. Okay, so I've got my little mini blending brush, and I'm just going to use a little brown ink. I'm actually going to see what's left on here first. And I'm going to take, for my onion bulb here, and I'm going to add just a little, very light-handed coloring around the edges to make it not so perfect creamy color. I want it to have a little bit of shading on it. And I think I'm even going to grab a little bit more brown ink now. And I'm just going to blend a tiny bit of that into my greenery. And then we're going to glue that in place. Just had time to do one card so far with the jar of pickles. Oh, that's so fun. Yes. Club Crate members get to that wonderful add-on. Sneaking in from work, Beatrice says, awesome. Okay, and then my favorite part of the onion, of course, is the little roots, which was our little octopus. I originally cut it out of alabaster and was going to add ink, but then I just decided to do it out of truffle. So that's going to go on our seed packet, like so. Let's go ahead and add a little inking to our carrot. Just down the side a little bit. And let's grab some greens. Let's grab our field green ink. I got mine Tuesday too, Shirley said. And I'm just going to use this, and I'm just going to pounce a little bit onto my greenery. I could get out a small brush, I suppose. But we're just going to use this. Just to give a little bit of texture and color, and so they're not quite so flat. And I did cut 2 of these pieces for the top of my carrot, and I'm just going to kind of layer them here together, kind of like this. Pull them apart a bit. There we go. So it looks a little like that. And then glue those. How cute is this carrot? Cute with little bunnies for Easter, don't you guys think? And there is root vegetable 2. And then we are going to, let's take the leaves first. And I did these out of peridot. And I'm just going to blend a little bit of my green ink into the peridot before I add the violet color. That's the color of cardstock I'm using here for the veining on these. I liked how that looked together, but I want to make these a little less flat. So we're going to add a little bit of that, and then I'm going to go back to, I think we'll just use our brown blending brush again, and I'm going to, you could get a dark purple out, but I think brown works good for this. Just going to add a nice little bit of shading to our vegetable. I'm so glad I just received my craft cardstock order. Looks like I'll putting it to be good use soon. Yay! We don't have mail service where we are staying in Texas this month, so all of my kits, including my crate, are waiting for me in South Dakota. It will be like Christmas in May. Rochelle, you will be so excited. You'll get home to a mailbox full of fun and creativity, won't you? Okay, I'm going to clean all that ink up before we assemble. Now, the leaves here, we're simply going to take the wonderful veining, and we're just going to start popping these in place. You wouldn't think this color combo would work great outside of Halloween, but I really like it. Go figure. The peridot is so nice. Laura, it really is. Normally, I would be like, even when I first got it, I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever use peridot. I use peridot all of the time. It takes ink so well, and it's that perfect bright green highlight. I just love it. I really do. All right. Look how good those leaves look. Going to put a little glue on the end of each of these. I'm so surprised no one was screaming at me that I forgot my leaves for my pansies. I thought I have an awful lot of things left in my little bucket. That's why. They're the main color palette in your bedroom. I love that. Okay. So here is what this little seed packet is going to look like. Something like this. And I thought a little popped up sentiment, maybe 2. We'll see how we like it. Let happiness take root. Happy birthday. I thought that would be cute. These can be saved for something else. Let's go ahead and attach these. What color are you using for the veins? Violet is the color I'm using there. Oh, I just messed up my stream. I'm so sorry, you guys. I saw something and now, oh, there we go. Your peridot looks different better in your project versus the Spellbinders website. That's the thing too. Lisa, is anyone else having trouble with sound? That's what I was checking, and it's showing. It is showing I have sound. Oh, okay. Good. So we are just going to go in here, and I'm going to do the 2 on the sides first. I just love how everything is so easy to mix and match. And our carrot. Sound is good. Thank you, Blonde Cards and Crafts. You thought it was a creative choice. Well, thank you. No, it was called forgetfulness. I think it needs it, so we're definitely going to do that. We're going to go back and add it in. All right. And we're going to add our little sentiments. Got out and came right back. Works fine now. Perfect, Sophie. Glad. Oh, Carol's sound went out and came back in again. Huh. You never know. Technology, you know. Who knows what's happening in the YouTube verse. I'm glad it's working again. Yep, several of you said sound went out and came back. Huh. I got booted out completely and had to come back. Well, that's no good, Catherine. That is so weird. Maybe it's like, girl, you've been live for 2 hours. Stop. But look, okay, so remember when I was talking about these sentiments and how they're so nice and tiny? I don't always love layering things over the main part of the project. But with these, I don't mind it because they are nice and small. Okay, we definitely need some little gems on this. And we did cut these down a little bit. So what I'm going to ask you guys is I feel like we should matte them. Here we go. That's not the right color. I need to find the right color. I need to find a big enough piece of cardstock, but like if I want to do purple, I feel like I want to do Cosmic Sky on that one. Or I could do the magenta. No, I kind of like this. So it'll have this pretty little blue border all the way around. I think that might be what I do. Although this piece of cardstock does not appear to be cut correctly. Oh, it's not. Okay, well, I trim it down. So let's add our leaves. Blame the gremlins. We are going to blame the YouTube gremlins for sure. Okay, let's add leaves into our card because we know we need them. Into our little pansy design. And I got loads of them here. Loads and loads and loads. I am going to very carefully kind of tuck some in and around as well. And anything left over, I will use to make another card, I think. There we go. Look how much better that looks already. We totally needed some little leaves. Okay, this one, love the mats. Yes, I think so too. It's going to change the look of the whole thing. I always think it's so interesting how just the tiniest little bit of extra matting can instantly elevate a design. So we're just going to tuck very carefully. More greenery there. It just needs to be the illusion of greenery. It doesn't actually have to be on the stems per se. So like I'm going to go in here and just carefully kind of tuck that. Look at that. That's looking much, much better. I'm very happy with this now. Okay, so then we're going to cut mats for our cards and grab some gems and probably call it a day. Now, what I want to know is I would like to share some cards with the crate special products. Do you guys want to see those in a video? And of course, if you're just coming in late, if you get the All Clubs crate, this is the bonus set for April, which is our jar. It's got pickles, strawberries, olives, cute sentiments. You also get the coordinating stamp set that works with this. So do you want me to do a edited video for that later on that showcases kind of some of that? It'll probably showcase a few of the other April elements as well. But let me know. Michelle, are you saying yes to that? Is that what the yes is for? Beth is saying yes too. Okay. I will. I think that would be really fun. There we go. Okay. You know what? Do I want to do that or do I want to do this one? This is the one I want. I do talk to myself. Dee says yes too. And Cheryl says yes. Oh my goodness, you guys. Ashley says yes. Okay, so my next question, should I do an edited video or should I do like a dedicated like live just mostly for that? Obviously we'd pull in some sentiments maybe or things from other April sets, or should I maybe try to schedule like an evening? Just kind of a special thing that we don't normally do. Definitely drop it in the chat, or if you're watching this on the replay, let us know that as well. If you would like to see like an evening time. I know that is a request that I've gotten a couple of times from some of you guys where you'd like to maybe see an evening or weekend live. Okay, live over the edited video. Gotcha. And my employee votes for an evening live. What do you guys think? I like how the employee is voting. Oh, you guys, look how good that Cosmic Sky mat is going to look on this. If you have the time, I would love any additional inspiration. Yes, I would love to. And I really love doing it live and kind of getting the feedback from you guys of what you like and all of that. Yes, for the evenings. Okay, perfect. Okay, matting this background is literally changing everything. And I know it's just this tiny little like 1/16 of an inch border, but look at how that draws that color out so beautifully. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me get a new piece of violet because the scrap I have is too small. And we're going to go ahead and trim down this. All the lives, love them and watch the replays multiple times. I love that. Nope, not a Tuesday. It won't be a Tuesday night for sure. I like how you guys are laughing at Brendan, who's voting for what he thinks. He's probably like, please wrap it out, Mom. I'm hungry. We should support the employee. We should support the employee. He is making my life so much easier. He's doing a fabulous job. Okay, and look, the little purple and the blue. Oh man, why'd my camera do something weird? Sometimes the light does not. Here, I'm going to see if I can come back to me for a minute and come back. I notice it does this sometimes. Hi. No, it's still a little bit weirded out. But I do very much love the little mats on these. I think it makes it pop. Okay, let me grab some little gems. Because I think the answer is always little gems. I don't know about you guys, but always little gems. I think these little orchid ones would be... I love that blue cardstock. I do too. That Cosmic Sky. So until Cosmic Sky, and still, because I think they're pretty similar, I loved Blue Jay from Lawn Fawn. Just because that color is such a unique color. Oh, where is my little tool at? There it is. It's hiding in my little Lazy Susan. Love to rewatch. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so let's grab some of these little orchid gems, because I think gems are always a good idea. Don't know about you guys, but always like to add a few little sparklies. And these Spellbinders ones are my absolute favorite. It did go wacky, but it's back now, isn't it? Isn't that so crazy? There's a color that I don't think my camera likes. Let's see, where is I going to put this one? Oh, yeah. Kind of right there. I also think it would be kind of cute to maybe do them. You could do them in the corners. I might be overkill at this point. I think we'll just leave that little scattering. I think I almost want to maybe use gold on this one. Let's do that. Oh, I'm glad you guys love these. I'll give a look at all of these today. There's just so many good products in the clubs that I feel like we should, it's too much for one live, unless I want to stand here for hours and hours. And you guys got things to do too. So let's try an evening live. I'll get with the employee and we'll get that scheduled in, because I think that would be a lot of fun. And showcase some of these products. It will be fairly quickly, because obviously the All Club crate is only available. The bonus items are only available while we're in that current month. So we'll do that soon. Oh, I love the little gems on this. What do you guys think? For sure, little gems. Michelle, love it that end up buying all the supplies. Grateful I've been able to. I'm so glad that you love them. Creating is just such my happy place. So I love, love, love that you guys enjoy it as well. Okay, so small die of the month, stitching die of the month, not stitched, better press of the month. These are also from the better press of the month. And our third card today, large die of the month, 3D embossing folder of the month, and our stamp set of the month. So lots of the clubs are represented here in these three cards, but I didn't even touch on the embossing folder of the month or the bonus items. And I'd like to play with the stamp set a little bit more too, because just so, so fun. Let happiness take root is just the perfect sentiment, Laura says. It really is. I had to use it for this. Oh, thank you guys. I'm so glad you loved them. Really, really fun to create. Lots of great ways to use them. As always, these are the April clubs available right now. If you aren't already joined, you can join and get these clubs. They will be